Hey there, welcome to the Message Mapping Workshop. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for trusting me. This is going to be an experience that I can promise you is not going to be like any other sprint or experience that you've had. This is unique content and curriculum, and I'm looking forward to working with you on it. So let me just get right into it here. A few details for you, because there's some important things to know and understand about what's happening. One, access to the Facebook group. In order to gain access, if you are not a returning member, if you're a returning past member from one of our past message mapping workshops, you're already in the group. We have a type form process to be able to have you fill out your business name, your offer, so that we know best how to help you inside the training, right, during the live sessions. And so we're going to have you fill out that type form. And once you finish that, which is only like 7 or 8 questions, right? Once you finish that, then there will be a link to request access to the Facebook group. Okay. That's going to be where then we'll approve you. Okay. And then the questions you have, you can ask those at any time inside the group, even if you miss the live calls, which we highly recommend you want to be on the live calls because you can get your questions answered, right? So starting Monday, 21st of October is when we go live at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and you'll get access to the group. You'll have access to, which you're inside right now in the members area. Recordings of the live sessions are usually uploaded 1 to 2 hours after we complete the live session. We just have to have Zoom render it so we can upload it, right? And so if you can join live, it's better to do so. But some of you, we know you have some crazy schedules happening, and so that's life, right? But here's the thing: the first couple of days are going to be a lot of instruction, and if you can't make it live, we recommend that you at least watch those trainings right away so that you can get off and running with your test and keep up with us, right? So, and some of you are going to learn the concepts in the first couple days. And we've seen this happen a few times where people go, oh, I get the concept. I'm just going to now go do it on my own and not participate, right? And not even pay attention to the sessions. That is a big mistake. The reason why is because there are many, many things and many mistakes and missteps along the way in doing the test that you will make if you don't know how to do this properly, right? There are many things that will devalidate the type of test that we are doing if you don't know these things. So that's the important piece I want you to understand is don't assume that whatever we taught you on day 1 or 2, you project out and go, oh, I got it, and then check out. That's not what you want to do. And of course, the value of a lot of this is helping you with your messaging live, where you can share your elements and say, here's what I'm going to be testing. And we can look at it and go, okay, this works. That actually doesn't work. Need to rechange that. That works. Actually, that's actually a different element. And so that's where a lot of the value is to help you construct those messages properly. Now, why is this so different? Because this is not just randomly brainstorming angles, brainstorming hooks, and throwing it all against the wall to see what fits, as you understand. This is the reason this works is because we are building a foundation of messaging that you build through the data. Okay. So this suspends a lot of bias. Okay. And we help with that, right? With the live coaching. It suspends a lot of bias about what you think might work. And this is why I send emails about why the best ad never gets tested. Because unless you follow this process, typically the human brain can't reason that deep into how that's going to work or the different combinations, right? So that's the magic of it is we've seen certain element combinations do really well and then change one element out of the 3, right? And it literally is the one at the bottom of the range of performance. Literally one change of an element, the other 2 elements the same, and one scores at the highest, one scores at the lowest. Big difference, right? Which literally means like the difference between, 3x costs or not for some people. And so you're going to see some of that in some of the examples that we've got set for you to go through when you go through the training live with us, right? So, that's why this is so important to stick with us live if you can, or watch the recordings right away and be able to answer the questions in the group. If you post the questions, elements, we'll take a look. We we essentially review all of them. We'll answer any questions and keep you going, right? So the first 2 weeks is the formal test. Some people get a little bit behind. Don't freak out about that, but it's better to stay with us because then everything's relevant to you of what you're learning. Not like, oh, I'll be doing that in a few days after if I can remember, right? So try to stay with us the best you can. The people that do tend to be really happy and glad that they did. Okay. And also remember that once we finish the 2 weeks, there's 2 more weeks of support in the group where you can ask questions and we'll get you guidance and feedback, debriefing all your test results, right? So the other thing here is your feedback session, right? So what we've done is we put this together where once you finish the test and we debrief you and help you extrapolate your tests and then turn that into finished ad messages, then we have you do a one-on-one call with Dr. Nick. Dr. Nick will debrief your test results and help with suggestions and recommendations for your specific offer on what to do and how to optimize and do better. Okay. And then also give him your feedback. And if you watched any of the videos on the sales page, that was a result of those one-on-one sessions, right? And you see, if you've got any doubts about this, go watch a lot of those videos on the info page. Because that will help you understand the type of results and experiences people have when they go through this course, this live sprint workshop, right? And so to wrap it, we've got, you'll get access to the group after you fill out the type form, right? Fill out the type form. It'll have a link to the group. You request access. We'll get you in there. Okay. We start Monday, the 21st at 1 p.m. And 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Know a lot of you are in Australia. A lot of you are across the pond. We've tried to make it a universal time where just about everybody can, within reason, join live. We do the best we can, but when people are all around the planet, it's difficult, right? And so also, the next thing here is, in order to prepare yourself for this training, the best thing you can do is watch the video, if you have not yet, below this lesson. Okay, it's the first one, and it's all about understanding the distinctions between elements, which will give you a clear frame of mind on how to create these different elements, okay, for your offer. And so it's important. It's like a 16-minute video. It just kind of talks about some of the common mistakes and distinctions and how that relates to our element system. You should watch it. It's really going to help clarify things for you when you get to the main piece, right? So there's that. And then obviously the email delivery training, if you've been having trouble with emails, make sure all your authentication and everything is set up. That's taught by one of my partners, Sasha. He graciously donated that. And if you need any real email setups, he's also available for that. You can always just reach out to us and let us know, like, hey, I'd like to talk to Sasha and see if he can help us, fix our email system, our authentication and all that stuff, right? He does a lot of email things. So the next thing is my decision triggers and buying triggers. Cool to go through, right? And we give it to you right away so that you can at least go through it. I kind of go through on a whiteboard. I recorded like 5-6 years ago, and I recorded on a whiteboard and just kind of went through everything that was very, very important about how people make decisions. It will come into play much more after your test, that then you can finish your messaging and what we teach you to create, and then go back to those things and say, all right, check off the triggers, or can we use any of these in our ads, right? And it just really raises the game. And then also the offer triggers, which is essentially, offer levers, buying levers, and it's just different ways how you can structure your offer, right? Which just have been proven to work. So that's good stuff that you don't have to go through that before the course. But if you have time, obviously it's there for you, but it's really going to come into play after you finish your test. Okay. We'll be uploading the videos an hour to 2 after. I think we said that. And you can always ask your questions in the group, post your elements in the group, and we make sure to see if we can keep you on track. Okay. And obviously there's going to be 2 weeks of support after the test is finished. So some of you are a little behind. That's fine. Okay. And as we teach you how to take these messages to full scale, then, we can support you if you have questions for what's going on and give you feedback about what's happening. Once you're doing that for the following 2 weeks. Okay. So, in the second week, we will be giving you access to book your one-on-one call with Dr. Nick so that you can give him your feedback and your experience of the workshop. And then you get a debrief call from him, obviously, that, on that call, he looks at your stuff, debriefs it, and essentially gives you recommendations and all of that. So I think we covered that already. I think that's all for now. And obviously anything else, ask it in the group, and very much looking forward to working with you. And I just can assure you that this is not going to be a, same old in any way. And looking forward to seeing you on the call. We'll see you then. Take care.